Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Picked up this Parts 400 today. It's pretty complete. It doesn't run. I already checked the points, and the points plunger coming off the governor does not move, so we'll be tearing this one apart. It's missing one side cover. It's missing that plastic cover that goes over the tank. Decent set of rubber on it. Looks like they got some age to them. The deck's here. I don't see any gaping holes in it, so I think it'll clean up. Seat's in good shape. Just got some marks on it from sitting out in the rain. It does spin over. It's got 1,575 hours on the hour meter. It's a 1980, and the serial number looks like 122. I can't read it. I'll put it in the description. Yeah, it's 1222 something, so that put it as a 1980. I don't know a whole lot about the 400 series tractors. I've had one in the past, and I didn't keep it very long. Pretty beefy tractor though. Look at the stance on that. Three-way hydraulics. These do have power steering. Different setup than the that I'm used to on the 300 series. But it definitely, I've got an extra grill for it. I don't have the headlight lens for it. There's your two sets of hydraulic couplers down there. Yeah, it's complete, so I mean, it may end up needing a motor. The points plunger does not move. It's underneath that cover right there, and this is your governor right here. This section here is your governor. So it's either something's wrong with the camshaft that spins the governor or the governor itself. Sometimes they'll wear out. Looks like it's had a new carburetor put on it. It did come with an old carburetor in a box, so I did put a battery in it. It did spin over. I need to check compression on it. It's got a Napa filter on it. Anyway, I just thought I'd introduce this tractor to you, and we'll start working on it, and I'll put a video together for you guys. Yeah, I mean, it won't take much to clean this one up, and the 400's a workhorse. These are pretty good tractors. I just can't get over the stance on it. And the front tire size, wow. They are massive. That's a Kohler K532. I think they were 20 horsepower. Just going off memory. I think it's 20 horse though. These engines weren't plagued with a lot of problems. I did do a quick internet search and found some governor issues with them, so you can actually buy these governors used off eBay. They no longer sell them new through John Deere. This is an air-cooled engine, not a liquid-cooled. Does have a hydraulic cooler, which is right there. Everything looks to be complete. It's all where it should be. Okay guys, let's get started tearing into this one. Be back in a few. Okay, there's a rod I'm talking about, guys. That's a points rod that activates the points, and it runs through the governor. So let me start by there's two bolts in this governor. I'm going to start by removing it. I think there's an air hose going to it, crankcase vent, and two bolts, and there should be maybe a linkage, and we'll get this thing off here. Not really a good way to get a video of it, so I'll pull it off, and if I have any issues with it, I'll let you know what the issues are. Okay guys, I got the governor off. Pretty easy. You got a spring, you got the throttle cable, and you get the carburetor linkage that hooks to it. The top bolt's easy. It's a 1/2 inch. You can use a wrench on it. The bottom bolt, I used a 1/4 inch drive. a swivel and a 1/2-inch socket, and it came right out. That's not supposed to look like that in the end of the governor. That's what fell out. That's actually the gear that runs off the, I think, the camshaft, and it is exploded. So we're going to make sure the camshaft gear is spinning and make sure it's not tore up. And if it's not, I'll have to get this governor off of eBay, because they don't service any parts anymore. That gear was like $26 when it was available, but it's no longer available, and it looks like that's going to be the issue, is that gear. So let me make sure that the cam gear turns, and if it does, we figure this one out. Okay guys, be right back. Hey guys, I figured out the problem with this tractor and this governor. The governor actually came apart. It came apart internally, and in doing so, it blew up this gear. So I got all the pieces. I'm pretty confident I got every piece to it, and I'll get it ordered up on eBay, and it'll probably be about a week, but you guys won't know. It'll be right following this video clip. Hey guys, see you in a couple seconds. Hey guys, let's pull this governor apart and see what we got. See if I can keep you in frame. Zoom you out a little bit. There we go. See my mess of a workbench. Charging batteries. Batteries and fuel. It's a constant battle. I got about, I think I'm up to 37 garden tractors and 4 bigger tractors. Okay, this governor came apart, and when it did, I showed you that earlier, it blew the gear out. So let's find out what came apart. You can't service these, so I'm just gonna open it up and see what we got, see what happened. Another screw. There's 3 of them. There's 3. There's the point rod right there. It's in good shape. That won't come with a reman. You get this spring off. There we go. Okay, what do we got? You're seeing it for the first time I am. Okay, one of the governor weights broke, and when it did, you can see it locked up. You can see all the damage on the case. It locked up, and it spun it exploded the gear. So yeah, there's our problem. So if I could buy this and a gear, I'd be set. But like I said, they don't have any. Yeah, that one there's even broke too. It's just barely hanging on. Okay guys, so I know what I need. I'm gonna do a quick compression test on that motor, and I'll see, okay, there's what opens and closes the points. That's destroyed too, so yeah, it needs a whole new one. No, that's not what opens and closes the points. That would be back here farther. I'm not sure how this comes apart, but regardless, it's junk. So we'll get a used one off of eBay, and we'll go from there. But yeah, let me do a compression test on that motor real quick. Look at that, a little more than 120. Let me do the other cylinder. There's the other cylinder. That's about 125. So let me go ahead and order that governor back up, and we'll finish this video out. Probably be about a week, but it'll be the next clip to you guys. See you in a couple seconds. Okay, let's see what we got in the mail today. It's been about 6 days since the last video. Get it opened up. With one hand and looking through a lens. Okay, picked this up off eBay, a couple $100. Dang, that's in there. Put the phone down real quick. That looks much better. I can feel the points opening and closing. That looks a lot better than that one we took out. That one. All the linkage is hooked up. Got our points wire. Yeah, let me get set up, and I'll show you how to put this on a K532 and a John Deere 400. Be right back. Okay, what we have to get to is you can see there's a hole right beside that hole. It's underneath this throttle linkage. So we're going to take the 2 1/2-inch bolts out of the throttle linkage, and we'll get it out of the way. Okay, I got this out of the way. I loosened up one bolt and took one bolt out. You can see that small hole. That's where we're going to look for the top dead center mark. And then at the top of the governor housing, where the governor goes in, right here, you've got a pipe plug. And I've already loosened it up. It was a 10 millimeter. But you'll take it out. That's how you're going to line up the gear on the governor. That'll give you a sight hole. Down that hole, we'll get a flashlight, and we'll line it up. Let me get the marks pulled up and I'll show you. Okay, the easiest way I found to mark top dead center in the flywheel is when you remove this cover here, and you can go through, you can see that pin on that flywheel. And they put a little bit of, see the yellow paint? You can see that dimple right there in the center of the screen on the flywheel. We're gonna mark that with with a white paint marker. Be right back. Okay, we've marked that with a white paint marker. And if you look down that hole there, you can see right in the center, I've got it lined up right in the center of that inspection hole. So that's going to be top dead center. Now we're going to get the governor, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll go ahead and put a white paint mark on that gear. Okay, I got it installed. You can see down that hole. Zoom it in. You can see the flat spot on the gear on that one. And then on this one here, see if I can see it. Where you at? There you are. It's hard to get to it to be able to see it, but you want that white mark right in the middle. You can kind of see it. You want it right in the middle of that hole. And that's your timing. You're set to 0. You'll be a little bit off on this hole here. I'm not perfectly centered on it, but I'm close. It's, you know, it's either one way, one side of it or the other. So I picked I just picked one, so we'll see how it starts. This is just initial timing. I'll have to get it running, and we'll have to use a test light on it, or a timing light on it. Okay, be back. Okay, I got the governor all back together. I've got the points adjusted to 20 thousandths. I got the springs hooked up. I got it, like I said, I got it on initial timing. Once I get it running, and I can adjust that timing with the timing light. I probably won't go over that today because I'm not going to get that far on it. I've got a lot of work to do to this tractor. I just want to make sure it runs. But I've got a makeshift fuel supply going to it. And let's see if it runs. Choke cable's froze up, so I'm going to give it full choke. Here we go. Okay, it runs. No smoke. Like I said, I got a lot of work to do to this tractor. I've got to order some more parts, and I need a side panel for it. I need to get it out and see if the gears or the hydrostat even actually works. And I don't really have a good setup to run it. I might get it jacked up and see if the wheels will turn. But yeah, that was it. So that's putting a governor on a K532 or a John Deere 400. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. They give you the spots to look up your timing marks. And yeah, this one's a success. I thought maybe the governor wouldn't fix it. That's my luck sometimes. But yeah, put the governor on it. I checked it for spark. It had it, and it fired right up. Like I said, 20 thou on the points adjustment. I cleaned them again, and yeah, she runs, guys. Okay, I'll bring it back. I'll probably post another video of this when I get putting it back together. I'm gonna repaint this side panel that's got the somebody painted it black, so I'm gonna sand it down and paint it. I'm gonna look for that plastic cover. Not a whole lot more to do to it. I gotta flush the tank. The tank does have some water in it. I took it loose and yeah, water came out, so I'll flush it with some clean fuel. The tank's empty. It looks empty, but I guess there's a sump. And I got to see if, I think this has got electric pump on it. Not 100% positive, but the way it looks, there's no vacuums coming off the engine. So I'm pretty sure there's electric pump. So it may have that problem too, so. Okay, let's take a quick ride on this and make sure the transmission works. I've got the makeshift tank on the hood, and I've got the hood locked with a pair of vice grips. Transmission's good. Got to do some adjustments to the carburetor. Got the choke working. Got that cable freed up. Got to work on the gas. The electric pump's not running. And clean it up, guys. Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Okay, guys. Till the next one. See ya.